All right, here we are back again. I had the chance to watch some of the Republican National Convention. It went pretty much as I thought it would. Bunch of projection, bunch of cognitive dissonance, bunch of hypocrisy, propaganda, misinformation, misleading, boisterous. I could have wrote them speeches for them because I know what sheep need to hear. I know how to emphasize things so it sticks in people's brains. See, that's what charlatans do. That's what snake oil salesmen do. They try to play on your emotions and they try to pull your strings and they try to ingrain you with fear, ingrain you with it's not even like reasonable fear. They want you to fear things that they think are going to happen instead of things that are actually fucking happening right now in front of your face. They want you to be scared of their conspiracy theories. It's instead of the real threats that are right here in front of your face. Now, it's tough for me to get because, like I said, I got to get these when I can get them. And it's tough to be prepared for them and find focus and all that stuff. So I basically just get rolling and hope I get there. Eventually, I'll have to go back through these things and make little snips because most people aren't, they should sit down and watch me for 60 minutes once a week or twice a week. I mean, it would do you good to sit and listen to me speak for 60 minutes once a week, at least. If nothing else, I'll give you some perspective. I might make you laugh. I might make you think a little bit. You know I can do that. So I went back. I've got this. It's time to open up Lance a little bit. Let's open up Lance a little bit for you. Okay, because I really want to just stupid shit I've done. Stupid things. And a little insight into why I am, how I am, why I really do hate bullies. I mean, I hate bullies. There's nothing worse than a bully. Bullies are the worst people on the earth. Because first and foremost, more than likely, a bully has low self-esteem. And they want everybody else to have low self-esteem too. More than likely, a bully is pretty fucking stupid and don't care about nobody but themselves. They probably have certain amounts of trauma in their lives that they're taking out on someone else. I mean, it's pretty typical of a bully to all pretty much be the same. They're usually very ignorant. Don't get me wrong, there's smart bullies out there. There's people that are just sociopaths and psychopaths, and these kind of terms get thrown around too much. Narcissistic tendencies, all these clinical terms that people are just trying to chuck out to everyone. That doesn't, it's just part of the conspiracy theory world that we live in right now. It doesn't matter if anything is sound. They can just throw whatever they want out there and it doesn't matter. That's basically what bullies do. Bullies come up with all kinds of crazy reasons to take the focus away from their weaknesses and what they're doing bad and how bad they are. They got to make everybody else look bad. They got to make everybody else feel as bad as they feel about themselves. And they got to make themselves feel better about themselves. So they run other people down to do it. Now, like I've said, I was a lot smaller when I was younger, of course, like we all were. I didn't hit my growth spurt. I didn't go through puberty until late. I was a late bloomer. This tiny guy. I was a sensitive. I'm still sensitive. I'm a sensitive person. I I I have empathy. I have compassion. I My emotions are a big part of me. I feel things more than a lot of other people, and it's always been that way for me. So I was an easy target for bullies back in the day. I was always afraid to stand up for myself because my mom always threatened me with Sargus. So I was afraid to get in trouble a lot. That's why I was always good at trouble. I always knew how to not get in trouble while I was causing my trouble. I became good at trouble. So if I wanted to cause trouble, I went away and caused my trouble. I very rarely shit where I ate. I understood that. Okay. Now, there was one particular big bullies. Well, actually, it was two. They were twins. And they flunked a couple grades, and they got into my grade long about fourth. They just not bright. Stupid, mean, hateful, hated the world, probably hate themselves, and they took it out on me. They had to make themselves feel better by beating me down. They did all kinds of little nasty things to me, said all kinds of nasty things to me. They were just assholes. Always have been, always will be, bullies. Just natural bullies. They were probably born that way, and they were allowed to act that way. It was okay. It was okay to be a bully. And they still think it's okay to be a bully. They think they're cool. They think it's funny, running people down and saying all kinds of nasty things about people. That's fine. And then they cry and whine when you tell the truth about them. They make up all kinds of silly stories. Well, here's one of the things. They always used to, when we'd go to the bathroom, they'd always be dicks to me and try to intimidate me and make me scared and just be assholes to me. It was to the point where I didn't even want to, I would always wait until we would go back in the classroom and ask to go to the bathroom because I didn't want to go during the scheduled times because they were just fucking assholes. So I started doing funny things. That was like that was my weapon to make them laugh or to make them. So this one time I told them that I stuck tampons up my butt just to see what it was like. And they just thought that was hilarious. They're still laughing about that to this day, but it kept them from being a fucking asshole to me. So it was like my defense mechanism. So to this day, the stupid bullies are still bringing that stupid shit up. Now, the funny thing about it, these two guys is that they've never been smart. Like I've said, they had to flunk once or twice to come down and be in my grade. They're older than me. But they were bullies. And that's the only way they knew how to operate. And they continue to do that. And there's a whole bunch of these people in America right now that were born and raised to be fucking bullies. And it was okay. It was cool. It was, I'm better than you because I can make you feel bad about yourself. You have feelings I don't. So, I can make you feel like shit and then I can feel better about myself. And that's basically Trump in a nutshell. He's got a lot of little nutshells. He's a cliche bully. He's a cliche rich boy. He's a cliche con man. He's a cliche charlatan. He's like the personification of all these things for the world to see. And he's representing us, America. And see, that at the essence is what makes this so evil. Let's not even talk about his racism and his ignorance and his elitism and his chauvinism and his misogyny and all these horrible, horrible character traits in that man that you can see on display every day, and a lot of you cheer it. Woohoo! Way to be a dick, Trump. A lot of you guys do that. But let's just talk about the basic instincts of him. Mr. Biden, future President Biden, talked about the lesser instincts in us that are driving us right now. Let's talk about some of those lesser instincts in Trump. Let's break it down, meat and bones for you, and let's provide some facts that are backed up by his family members. People will tell you, people that worked for him, people that's written books with him, everybody that's dealt with him that doesn't stand to benefit from him. Everybody that is unbiased can have an unbiased eye. They're not beholden to him in any way anymore. So they can tell you the truth. He even had to put a gag order on his own family. What kind of man? I mean, sure, my sister and my family could tell you some crazy shit. But okay, go ahead. Tell people. I don't care. I mean, what kind of horrible fucking man needs to put a gag order against their family? I mean, sure, my family can say all kinds of bad things about me, but I can say bad things about them too. But we still love each other. We still care about each other. I would still go out of my way to help my family, do whatever I could to make sure that they were okay. I still love them. Sure, I may be pissed at them sometimes. I may not like what they do. That's family. But I wouldn't never have to put a fucking gag order on them. It's ridiculous that you guys don't see these lesser instincts. So let's talk about them. Let's try to break them down. Let's try to dissect them, and let's try to understand them. See, this is what we got to do, guys. We got to start really trying to understand the things that we are seeing and hearing. Really understand it. Don't just listen to what somebody else tells you about it. Really see it for yourself from a bunch of different perspectives and try to figure out what the truth is. Not just what sounds good to you, but what the truth is. I'm sure the story of Santa Claus sounded good to you, but it wasn't the truth. Santa didn't put fucking presents under your tree, sonny. Your mom and dad did. If you were lucky. Now, let's go to his bullying tendencies first. Let's start with that because it really is a big burr in my craw. It used to be a lot worse. I was really fucked up by bullies. I ain't gonna lie. Bullies fucked me up. Not to mention my life, certain things that happened in my life and I was sensitive. I was a little pissy pants boy. I was traumatized by things. And because of the fact that I'm so sensitive and I feel things deeper than a lot of people, it affected me deeper than a lot of people. I can admit that. Now I truly have tough skin. I mean, I really am tough. I know how bad things can feel and how bad things can be, but I'm tough enough to overcome that. I don't have to deny it. I don't have to pretend like I'm superior. I know I'm fragile and weak. And knowing it, being fragile and weak, and knowing you're fragile and weak and still continuing to fight, that's strength. That's strength. Understanding, empathy, being thoughtful. But let's talk about Trump's lesser instincts. Let's talk about him. Let's dissect him. Let's be Trump shrink for a few minutes. Okay, there's certain things that are like cliche. When you say something's a cliche or a stereotype or something that just is, it's a pretty safe bet that if this is the case, this will be the consequence. One of them cliches is a rich boy cliche. More times than not, a rich boy will be this type of person. It's a pretty hard, fast rule. Now, sure, there are some rich boys that are brought up rich and they become good. Yeah, the first one you talk about is like JFK. JFK was raised a rich boy, dirty money. He was a playboy. He did all kinds of dirty rich boy things. But at the end of the day, he tried to be righteous. And you got to give him props for that. But he still had the same type of mentality that Trump does. He just turned it into something better. The mentality of Trump, let's understand something. Every day was easy for Trump. Trump never had to work for anything in his life. He never had to fear anything. He never had to worry about anything. The only thing he had to care about in his life was pleasing daddy and making sure daddy was happy and making sure daddy was proud. That's all he ever had to fucking worry about. And guess what? He could never satisfy his daddy. So he had to build up this great persona for himself. He had to pretend that he was the best person in the whole wide world, no matter what daddy told him. Because that's the only way that he could survive. That's the only way that he could go on living. Because he had to absolutely pretend. He couldn't even take daddy's shit. Now, I took a lot of daddy's shit. I took a lot of mommy's shit. And they did too, I'm sure. I took it. And sure, maybe some of it was overblown. Some of it was me being oversensitive. Maybe some of it was me being fragile. But you live and you learn and you get tougher and you grow up. Trump's never grown up. He's still out there trying to pretend like he's good enough for daddy. That's a cliche, a stereotype. It's like a pigeonhole for the rich boy. Always trying to be better than daddy. Always trying to prove something, even if they got to lie about it. Now tell me, think about some of the rich boys you know and tell me I'm not telling the truth. They never have to be worried about anything. They never have to fear anything. They usually have zero consequences for any of their actions because they're rich. They're allowed to do whatever they want. They have all the nicest cars. They never have to worry about money. They never have to worry about anything except for pleasing daddy and making sure that money keeps coming. And that's Trump. That's his mentality. But he's not the type of rich boy that will use that to help other people. He only wants to help himself. And how does he do that? By leveraging people, by using his money that daddy made, by using lawyers to threaten people and to coerce people into doing what he wants. He's a bully. He wants to rule people, lord over people. That's what he wants. And that's what he does. And we put this man in a position to bully us all. We gave him all the power in the world to bully us all and bully every little person he wanted to bully. To make himself, that's why he's got to put on them rallies and have parades and all these things. He's got to pretend like he's the best person in the world. And he can't even think about being wrong. Can't even think about it, because as soon as he starts thinking about being wrong, he's got to hear his daddy in his ear, never happy. Bully. That's one. At his essence, he's a bully. You can see it on display. You can hear it from countless people he's bullied. He's a bad man at his core, at his essence. He's selfish and greedy at his essence. He was born to be and raised to be. It's logical. It's reasonable. It's absolutely the case. He's never had consequences. That's why he's really pouring it on now. They're starting to really pour on the bullshit now. Deep, deep saturation of bullshit that they're dumping on people's head. Everything they say is a fucking lie. Or an exaggeration. Or misleading. Or just plain out fucking propaganda. Everything they say. Because they can't even let a glimmer of negative in there. Because then as soon as they do, their whole house of cards is going to fall. They know. They all know. Make no mistake, you can see it in their eyes. The desperation. They know that if he doesn't win that election, he's going to fucking jail. And they probably are too. Because they've already started sending all of his guys to jail. All his very good people that he puts in positions to do his dirty work are going to fucking jail. Or turning state's evidence. Or writing books. Or telling everybody what a fucking piece of shit he is. Everybody. The only people that aren't are the ones that still benefit from him or stand to lose if he loses. McConnell. Graham. All these new Republicans that want to come in on his platform. All of his kids. You know, he's got everybody. He's got, out of, what did they say? Out of 12 speakers, 6 of them are Trumps. Spewing bullshit. Spewing just down outright lies. Helping their daddy pretend like he's good. Because guess what? They got the same problem he does. They got to make daddy happy. Because they count on daddy. They count on daddy for their lifestyle. It's like slavery. It's like the Confederates were back in the Civil War. They count on slavery. They have to make daddy happy. It's the family business to be dirty. Now, I watched the whole Junior one. I watched the whole Don Jr. I wanted to see Don Jr. Because to me, he's the next one. And he seems a little bit smarter than the old man. I'll give him that. I'll give him credit for being a little bit smarter. Because Don Jr. knows his fucking time's at hand. Make no mistake. He knows his fucking nuts are right on the chopping block. Because he's the one that cultivated all this bullshit. He helped daddy cultivate this image. that he needs. He helped Daddy make everybody look bad and pretend Daddy was good. He is an accomplice to this horrendous crime against humanity that Trump has perpetrated. And all the GOP have helped him perpetrate. They want to paint this picture opposite. It's just like, okay, let's see what the DNC says, and we're going to say the same things, only different. How can we do that? That's what he did. He got up there and actually had the balls to talk about Donald Trump caring about education, making sure everybody has a choice of education. Choice? Dude, they don't have butlers to take them to school. What the fuck are you talking about? Choice of education. You empower every public school. That way, everybody will have a good education, you stupid rich motherfucker. It's not about choice. It's about making sure every fucking school is good for every fucking child. Period. You stupid motherfucker. Dumb. But not dumb. He's not stupid enough to know that his neck's not in a fucking noose. I think his daddy is. His daddy's way past it. His daddy honestly believes that he's not ever going to get in trouble. His daddy honestly believes in his heart that he's righteous, I think. But Don Jr., you can see the desperation in his eyes, along with the big thick lines of whatever he's fucking snorting. Now, you ask me for facts and you say that I'm spitting bullshit. Okay. You may be true. You might be right. Maybe they really aren't bullies. I'm just a sensitive snowflake and I can't take it, right? Okay. If that's the case, if they're so tough, why can't they ever take what they're dishing out? They want to be politically incorrect. They want to just say what I think and freedom of speech and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so why do you want to cry like little bitches every time somebody gives it back to you? Why do you want to sit up there and say how everybody's so unfair to me? The media is unfair and everybody's unfair and nobody likes me and they're all mean to me. I mean, okay, if you can dish it out, if you can shit on everybody else's head, you better be ready for somebody's shit back on your head. Tough guy. See, that's the problem with bullies. Bullies aren't really tough. They aren't really tough. Tough people don't have to talk about how tough they are. Tough people don't have to put other people under their thumb. Really tough people want to uplift people. True soldiers, people that really are great people, they want to help other people. They want to protect other people. They don't want to beat other people down. They don't want to ridicule other people and make fun of other people. I don't want to do that to you guys. But you're making me. You're making me give you your own medicine. I hope you understand that. I think a lot of people are starting to understand that about me. Is that I'm not really the bully. I just bully bullies. If I see you fucking with somebody, fucking with a group of people, anything that implies that you're better than someone else and trying to make them look bad, then I'm going to jump in and I'm going to fuck with you. I'm going to make you feel like shit. That's basically what I've been doing for 4 years. But I've also had very thoughtful conversations with a lot of people. I've had a lot of private messages with the people I beat down in public on the forums and help them with things and talk to them and discuss them. People really do come to me and ask me questions. And really, in the public on the forum, they're all, Lance is a dick and a loony liberal and nobody likes him and he's stupid and eat shit and die and tampons up his butt and all that crazy horse shit. But when they need to know something or they need help with something emotionally, mentally, they know deep down inside I'm a thoughtful, smart, good guy. They know that I'm here to help people. They just don't like that. They just don't like it when I turn my bully on them. They don't like it when I give them a dose of their own medicine. But they always come to me for help. Countless stories of people that I help in private. Because I am a good guy. I'm not a bully. Now, I'm all about some tough love. I do like my boy. Me and my boy, yeah, I give my boy the business. Me and him, we talk like guys, and I give him the business. Yeah, you're a pussy. Quit being a pussy. Come on, get up. Come on, you're all right. Quit being a puss. You got to toughen the kid up. I get that. But I'm not doing it to make him feel bad about himself. I'm not doing it to beat him down. I'm not doing it to make myself feel better. I'm doing it to make him tougher, motivate him. Come on, let's go, bub. Let's go. I have this thing. He's sensitive like me. He's sensitive and he spends a lot of time around women like I did. He's in touch with his feminine side. He's just like me. So I have this thing where I always do dick check. I want to make sure I still got a son. Just roughing him up a little bit. Give him the guy stuff. But I don't do it to make him feel bad about himself. I would never want him to feel bad about himself. I just want him to overcome his sensitivity. See the difference between tough love and being a fucking bully? Those guys that I talk about, they want me to feel bad. They think it's funny to make me feel bad. That's how they amuse themselves. That's how they always have. That's how they feel the best about themselves when they're making me feel bad. And now I'm to the point now that I'm an adult. Okay, you miserable motherfuckers need to feel good about yourself. Okay, there you go. It doesn't really bother me anymore. It used to. It used to hurt real bad. But it doesn't anymore. Now it just amuses me. It's just, I'm disgusted by it. I just pity them and feel bad for them. And I still would do. I mean, one of them, he was having a bad time. He private messaged me, apologized. And I helped him out, talked to him, and I thought everything was okay. It's just, they still think it in their heads that I'm physically afraid of them. I mean, it's not 2-on-1 in the bathroom and you're a year too older than me, already been through puberty, 2 of yous, ganging up on a little fucking kid. It ain't like that no more, guys. I'm not afraid of you physically anymore. And I'm not afraid of the consequences anymore. If I must defend myself, trust I will. It's not about that anymore. And you guys think it is. You think I'm afraid. No, I'm disgusted by you. I know how stupid you are. And I do see some redeeming qualities in both of them. See, that's my cross to bear. See, that's what's wrong. That I wrote something. Their ultimate weapon, the people that don't care and are just trying to hurt people, the ultimate weapon they have is that you do care about people. You even care about them. I wouldn't want nothing bad. One of the guys, I basically saved his life one time. He shot himself in the arm out on 26, and he was halfway down the street, fucking hole in his arm, trying to drive home. And I came, gave him a tourniquet, went and got his mom for him, got the ambulance, basically saved his life. And this was right after high school. I was like 20, 21. So he was like 23 or 24, I think. Basically saved his fucking life. And he still wants to treat me like a fucking dog shit. Like we're in fourth grade still. How pathetic is that? How pathetic do you have to be that kind of guy? And think it's cool and think it's funny. Still making fun of me about the shit that happened in fourth grade. Thinking you're cool. It's pathetic. It's disgusting. And it personifies the deplorables, folks. It personifies them. These are the people, our lesser instinct, the Nazis. That's a big part of your base, deplorables. How does it feel? The Confederates, that's a big part of your base. Are we figuring this out? The hypocritical Christians that don't really care about Jesus. They don't act like Jesus. They just hide behind Jesus because they need to feel better about themselves. Bullies, deplorables, true real life assholes. And you guys, and I'm not saying all of you guys are that. I think you all have tendencies of that. I think you guys are a lot of followers because you have them two guys that are just real life bullies, just take pride in being a bully. And then you have all these other guys that'll join in. Yeah, let's make fun of the liberal for a while. Let's make fun of Lance Tampon Boy Pete his pants one time. Let's make fun of that guy, because he don't agree with us. And he's smarter than us. And he's actually probably a better man than all of us put together. But we're gonna sit here and make fun of him so we can feel better about ourselves. It's kind of funny, man. It's kind of funny and it's kind of sad. And I'm glad that I can put this on display for you. It's fun for me. It's cute to think that these guys think they're so good and they still act like they did in fourth grade and are proud of it. Wanting to fight. Well, you do. You're going to end up having to beat them up. And then when you do beat them up, they're going to cry and they're going to call the cops and they're going to try to sue you because that's the type of people they are. And they've done it before. It's just knowing that this is what kind of person you are. I put what kind of person I am up against anybody. Anybody that wants to run me down and talk shit on me, I'll put the type of person I am against you up against you any day. My intellect, how much I care about people, how much I've helped people. I don't have to put on a big show. I do a lot of things that people don't even know about. I do a lot of great things every single day that a lot of people don't even know about, don't understand, don't see, don't care, don't know. And that's fine. I don't need any recognition for what I do. I don't need to pretend like I'm some great guy. I just am a great guy. And I'm not, I I just am. And the sad thing is that there's not many people out there that really understand it because they're too busy pretending like they're great. Trump's one of those guys. Trump wants to pretend like he's great, but he's driven by every lesser instinct in humanity: greed, selfishness, hypocrisy, misogyny, racism, elitism, ignorance, sexual deviance, obviously. He's just a dirty, dirty man. And you guys have taken him as your leader and your savior, and that is just so scary for America. It's so scary. It's just, there's no other word to say. But again, I'm not scared for me. I'm scared for the people that come after me. I'm scared for the majority. They want to talk about how they're the silent majority. No, you're not. All you guys have done is bitch for 12 years. How can you be silent if all you're doing is bitching and moaning and complaining and crying and boo-hooing? You can't be the silent majority then. Oh, boo-hoo, Obama did this and Obama. They still are crying about Obama and Hillary. But Obama. They ain't done shit for 4 fucking years. Trump's been doing it all. This is Trump's mess. But yet they still want to bring Obama and Hunter and Hillary and Benghazi and birther. They've even come up with new birther. They want to do the birther thing on Kamala, huh? Just fuck. And you stupid sheep just keep falling right for it. Okie doke. You just okie doked. You're so fucking okie doked you don't even know you're okie doked. It's like being so stupid that you don't even know you're stupid. You're so stupid that you can't even figure out why you're stupid. Willful ignorance and prideful stupidity. I've seen quite a bit of that for 4 years. And it's been driven by the savior at the top, the almighty savior of racists and Nazis and Confederates and conservative Christians and bigots and ignorant, stupid sons of bitches and daughters of bitches. Have you, honestly, I want you. This is what you do. Here's your homework. Go look at all the pictures of people who are waving Nazi flags and waving Confederate flags. They have this sense of superiority, and go look at them. Just look at them. Guts hanging over their goddamn thing. Yeah, missing probably all their teeth. At least I got fake ones in. You know, just fucking hair all undid. You know, titties hanging out, fucking screaming at the top of their lungs about monkeys and all kinds of stupid shit. This is the superior race, huh? You guys are superior? Bunch of fucking stupid, dumbass looking fucking rednecks out there. Or people who want to hide their face. Just dumb. Can't spell. Don't even know what they're talking about half of the time. All they do is they take what they do is they memorize Nazi propaganda. They memorize all these things that have to do with the Confederacy. They memorize everything. The communists are the same way, but the communists, see, here's what's scary about the communists. They're more educated. They have their heads wrapped around their ideology better. Stupid fucking Nazis now, they don't even really know what the Nazis stood for. They don't even really understand the Confederacy. They just think it's cool. They want to pretend like they're better than everybody else. So whatever. Go ahead, you stupid fucking redneck. Lesser instincts drive them. Their sense of superiority drives them. That's what your whole side is on. I mean, sure, you got a few people that seek to gain opportunity. What's their new the black speaker guy there, Tim something or other? Their token black guy, Uncle Tim. I call him now, and yeah, I'm being a fucking asshole to him. Yeah, because he deserves it. Selling out. You're a sellout, Tim. If you can actually stand up there and say that horse shit that you say, you're a sellout. You're a fucking token. Because if you're black, and I'll say it for Biden, I'll say it for Biden. If you're a black person or a gay person and you like Trump, you're a fucking sellout. You're selling out your race and your sexual orientation. Because let me tell you something, man. You guys are going to be the first ones they put on the fucking train. They're already trying to put you on the train. They don't want you to go to the same bathrooms. They don't want to respect your love. They don't want to respect your race. They think it's okay for cops to kill you in the streets. They still think you're animals. Believe that. Meat and bones. Truth. A lot of the deplorables, and I'm not talking about all of them, the people that aren't this should stop to think about this for a second. If you're not truly not like this and you still like Trump, you need to think about this, that the vast majority of Trump's base, deplorables, the people that still promote and defend that man, are either Nazis, Confederates, conservative religious people, i.e., ISIS, Christian terrorists, or very, very conservative, misogynist, chauvinistic pigs, or the wives of these guys. That's the vast majority of deplorables. I mean, 90% of them have these characteristics. And that's the truth. It's there for you to see. It's everywhere for you to see. All you got to do is listen to them. All you got to do is read the shit that they say. All you got to do is watch them make a speech, talk. You can see it. You can see their sense of superiority just oozing. Like they think they're better than everyone else, just like Trump. That's another one of his lesser instincts. Make no mistake, he was born and raised to believe that he was better than everyone. He honestly, in his heart and his soul, in his mind, thinks he's superior to everyone. Black people, other white people, Christians, poor people, women, gay people, Muslim people, you name it, he thinks he's better than them. He honestly believes in his head that he's superior to everyone. Even though he has no redeeming qualities, he fails repeatedly at his so-called genius, bankruptcy after bankruptcy. I mean, if you want to talk about being a genius, making money dirty and being a con man, yeah, he's a genius con man. But it's not because of anything that he thinks about doing. It's just about who he is. He's willing to compromise his integrity. He don't have any. He's willing to throw people under his bus, including people he says is his friends. He'll throw his family under the bus. He don't give a fuck. All he cares about is building daddy's legacy and the Trump legacy at any cost. He don't even consider it cost. He don't care who has to pay so he can be richer. He don't care. He don't give a flying fuck about any of y'all. And it's funny to me that you think he does. It's funny to me that you put him on this pedestal and pretend that he loves America and loves you so much, and he doesn't give a flying fuck about any of y'all. Not even a little bit. But he'll pretend like he does, and he'll have other people's tell you that he does, and he'll be mad at him when they don't tell you that. He'll just pretend like he doesn't even know you once you come. I don't even know that guy. You guys are just stupid. You keep falling for the same stupid things over and over and over and again. And that's what John Jr. got up there. And he just went all in on all the stupid shit, projecting all of their deeds on the Democrats. He blamed the Democrats for everything they are doing. This is all your mess, buddy. You can't buy your way out of this. You know, the judge and the jury are millions of people. And you're not going to fool them all. You're not going to leverage them all. You're not going to slick your way out of it with a lawyer. Your time is at hand. Your goose is cooked. You're fucked, Don Jr. And all the deplorables are fucked. And I hope you realize it. I hope you're coming to terms with it. I think you are, because that's why you got to put on these parades and throw out all these things and go all in. Everybody's getting triggered on the right side now. All the deplorables are triggered, huh? You see them on there, man, just fucking saturating social media with their bullshit, making new groups and talking about everybody else, and just fucking hilarious. It's like Saturday Night Live on social media for me. I sit and I just watch it and I'm just, oh my God, these guys are so fucking stupid. So lost. They actually, we really are going to have to build up the mental health, and because once you guys come to terms with it, what are you guys going to do here in a few months When Trump's going to jail, he lost the election. Good people are back in charge again. Thoughtful people, helping each other, taking care of this country again. What are you guys going to do when you have to come to terms with the fact that you fucked up and you was wrong, dead fucking wrong? What are you going to do? I mean, I've already, like I said, honestly, for the sake of America, it might be better if he wins, because you guys are going to be fucking lost. You're probably going to do bad shit. You're not going to fight back like we fought back. You're going to throw little hissy fits like the bullies that you are, the crybabies that you are. You're going to throw a little hissy fit and bring out your guns, and there's going to be a bunch of fucking white nationalist shootings again. We're gonna raise the roof on mass shootings again, I bet. You watch. That's what's gonna happen when Trump loses. There's gonna be a rash of white nationalist shootings. It's funny. Yeah, you see how they get treated. I've seen the memes. I've seen this one. It was a white guy sitting in the back of the cop's seat, with his coffee, no cuffs on, just sitting there. And then over there was a black guy, all bruised up, hands behind his back, bleeding, and the black guy and the white guy says, "Hey, what are you in for?" Or the black guy says, "Hey, what are you in for?" And the white guy says, "Mass shooting, 30 dead." And the black guy says, "Yeah, my right blinker was out." And it's funny, but it's not funny, because it's some insight into our society. This is the fight we're in, guys. It's serious. I had one of them deplorables telling me this is real. Oh, I know this is real, guy. I know this is real. You guys are really going all in on your bullshit. And the rest of us ain't buying it. Only you guys buy that bullshit. Because like I said, you're a cult. You're a big, stupid, entitled American cult. And the rest of us are hip to it. The rest of us are on to it. The rest of us are standing strong against it from everywhere. You can have your nationalism, you can have your extreme religion, and you can have your ignorance and bias and prejudice. You can have all that stuff. We don't want it. We don't want it. America don't want it. The real silent majority doesn't want it. You can keep that motherfucker. Go visit him in jail. Because that's where he belongs. That's where all of them belong. Lindsey Graham, McConnell, all the Trump kids, they belong in fucking prison. Because they have fucked America on so many levels, it's not even funny anymore. It's not even, it's past the point of being funny. But I'll still laugh because I really got nothing else to do right now about it. All I can do is keep saying it, keep showing it, stand strong for it, fight against it, and that's what I'll keep doing, regardless. Win, lose, or draw, I'm still going to be the same me, and I'm still going to tell you you're stupid when I think you're stupid, regardless of who the president is. Doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is how you guys are making America look, how you're making America great again for you stupid motherfuckers. I'll keep fighting against that bullshit, dude. I've been fighting against it my whole life. I've been fighting against bullies my whole life. I just hope my kids don't have to live in a world ruled by bullies. You need to think about that. I hope you think about that. I love you guys. Stay strong. Be cool. Be nice. Be thoughtful. Be honest. Be fair. Try your best. Endeavor to form a more perfect union. Remember that all men and women are created equal. Remember that we really do have freedom of religion and from religion. Remember that the rule of law means you have to have fair trials. Remember that we have to be fair and honest and thoughtful for everyone in this country. Remember that if you truly love Jesus, you're charitable, you're honest, you're kind, you're thoughtful. You want to teach people, you want to search for the truth, you want to help humanity up to and including being crucified on the fucking cross. If you're truly a Christian, you would be willing to sacrifice yourself for humanity. And you guys aren't even fucking willing to wear a fucking mask so grandma don't die. But you say you love Jesus and you're like Jesus. Stupid. All right. It's been an hour. I might do another one. Dumbass out.